All right, so we have a new WWE champion, and wow, what a night it was! SmackDown's on a roll, and you know what? They have a new creative team, and you know what? It's perfect. And you know, if you want to watch my video on what SmackDown should be doing and stuff, I'm not saying that they saw my video because not a lot of people do. You know, I'm still new at this, but I made a video about what SmackDown should be doing, and especially if they're gonna go to 3 hours and stuff. Hey, so far they've been doing their thing, and then next week they're continuing. They're making changes, and it's so good. It's so fresh. Drew's the champion. Number one contender matches. I put that in the video as well. So again, not saying that they saw my video, but I'm just saying I said what they needed to do, and they're doing it, and it's like breath of fresh air. Now, with that being said, this is J.Bullett, and let's get to the video. All right, so we start with Randy Orton coming out to the ring. Randy welcomes the crowd, but before he can even say anything else, Trick Williams interrupts him. Trick Williams letting Randy know a new star has arrived. He's telling him, oh, it's not 2006 anymore. It's 2026. Says Trick. Randy tells Trick, you know, I don't know what they're teaching you down in NXT, but do you have any brains for interrupting me? And Randy lets Trick know not to turn his back on him, because I think Trick turns around and he does this, you know, feeding in all the, you know, because he ain't humble. That boy ain't humble. He has all the, he's a cocky bastard. So, and I like Trick for that. That's his character. So they get into a brawl, and eventually he gets him into the DDT down the apron, and then the Miz jumps Randy, and Randy just gives him RKO. That's it. It's over. Sorry, Miz. RKO. Done. Then Randy Orton leaves the ring. He goes up, you know, back up to the stage, and then Ray Phoenix music plays. Sorry, and then as he's coming down, Randy and Ray Phoenix, you know, bump each other to give him a fist bump. He says, "Kick his ass." And Ray Phoenix like, "Yeah." I see how that turns out for him. So you have the match, and you know, it was back and forth. But Trick Williams won, you know, by holding the trunks. It was a good, you know, back and forth, and Ray had him in a roll up, and then Trick rolls him back up, and then he's like holding the tights, like holding it for dear life. But yeah, that's a way of bringing him up. Okay, I guess that's protecting Ray, but we need to do more with Ray Phoenix, man, or just bring him down to Raw with his brother. Let's do this Lucha Brother thing. I've been saying it for the longest. So yeah, but Trick picks up the victory. Then we get a backstage segment with Julia and Kiana James, basically saying she's gonna be Alexa. You know the rest. Then another interview backstage. We had Damian Priest talking about the match that he had with Aleister Black. You know, now that's in the mirror. That's in the mirror now, rearview mirror, and now he wants to go after the world title. That's what he's focused on. Then Drew pans in, and he tells Drew, "Hey, remember the last time you were world champion, or last time we stepped into the ring? Sorry." And that kind of bothered Drew. You could tell in his eyes. He's like, "Okay." So there was a lot of teasing between who. I like how they set it up. Basically, they didn't really focus more on Cody with challengers, potential challengers. They did the same thing with Drew, so they balanced it out with those two. And I love it that they have enough people who wants that world title now. Now it's not just one or two people. Again, I'm gonna bring back my video I did on Smackdown. At the end of the video, I'm gonna put it up, and you'll see the day I posted this. They need more challengers. Everything that SmackDown needed to do that they were failing, they're doing it now. And again, I'm not saying they saw my video. I'm just new. I don't really. It's not really that many views on it. You know. Yeah, I'm kicking my own video down. But hey, I'm just being honest. Um, I said whatever, everything that I said in that video, they're doing, and it's like a breath of fresh air again. And I like that they're doing this. We have more people who want the title, more challengers. You need this. You can't just have 2 or 3 people who just want that title. There's new creative team again, and I like that they're doing this. We got a bunch of faces that want that title, and it's so good. You got, like, I think it's about 10 people who want this title now. Maybe I'm wrong with that number, but there's a lot of people who want that title. Again, there's probably like a good 10 in total, probably. Maybe I'm right. I don't know. I'm an idiot. But yeah, then we get to Alexa on the phone with Charlotte. Charlotte's not there. They try to say that Charlotte was sick. Maybe she is sick. Not sure. And then Nia and Lash just interrupts her phone call and basically talking trash. You already know how this goes. So then the United States Championship match for the women's. Sorry, let me be more specific. The women's United States Championship match goes underway. J.Bullett comes out first. Then Alexa Bliss. And it was a good back and forth. And then Tiana James getting on the apron, and she's, trying to do a distraction. And then Alexa takes her out. But then when she gets on the top, Lash Legend pushes her. Thank God we didn't do a DQ because the referee was too busy with Kiana. She falls, and then, Julia hits her with her move. Done. It's over. 1, 2, 3. Then they jump Alexa. Feel so bad. No Charlotte there. Nia does her, she gets on the top rope, squishes her. God, Nia, she's so little. And yeah, that's it. They're on top. So I guess they're going to be doing a potential tag team match. Did they do one already? I'm not too sure. I can't remember if they did already, but that's probably setting up the whole tag team division thing to see. Because I think Charlotte and Alexa wanted to be the next ones up, before we get there, they have to take out these two. So I like it. Make it a number 1 contender match. I kind of hit my mic. It turned it off. That was my fault. So close to me. So yeah. Let's do a number 1 contenders match again. That'll be cool. Again, I like another thing I brought up to this video is whatever happened to the number 1 contender matches, and they're bringing them back. Makes sense. You need people. You need those things. Like, why is everybody just getting title matches these days? And there we go. Number 1 contender matches. Let's just start doing that instead of saying, I want your title. Okay, come get it. What are we doing? No, fight for that. You did nothing to earn that. Then we get a Jordan Grace backstage segment. She's officially on Smackdown. Chelsea Green and Alba interrupt. And Alba said, you know what? I've been looking for someone who's going to be her first opponent. And Alba Fire gets that honor. So yeah, we're going to see that later. Then we get another backstage interview. It's a lot of segments. Backstage interview with Matt Cardona. This is what I've said. There's so many challengers now. Cardona makes his, he sees Cody and he goes up to him and he gives him a hug, they're good friends. He goes, no disrespect, man, but I want that title. So everybody wants the titles. The title. I said titles. Title. So yeah, this is good. Matt Cardona, everybody's just letting someone else know, I want that title. It's telling Cody. Or it could be the challengers telling each other. Everybody's saying, I want the title, I want the title, I want the title. That's what we need. We need contender matches, and we're getting them next week, too. That's another good thing. Okay, now we got the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six. Okay, it was a match. We finally got it through. I don't know. They're probably going to continue this. I don't know why. But I'll tell you why they might continue this thing. So Tama Tonga, he hits it was a distraction first. Let me not skip over what happened. Solo Sikoa grabs the lamp, and Uncle Howdy gets distracted by that, and Tama Tonga's like in the corner waiting, and he hits him with the throat cutter. Sorry. the cutthroat. Jesus, the cutthroat. He hits him with the cutthroat. And 1, 2, 3, and I'm just like, huh? Out of everyone, you pin Howdy. Okay, that's interesting. Tama of all people. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying maybe Solo should have. But I see what they were doing. Solo's the one who, you know. So Solo has that lamp now, and next week he has a number 1 contenders match for the world title, and for the WWE world title, and it's just like he's gonna lose. He has the lamp, so Y6 is definitely getting involved with that. He ain't winning that match. Sorry, Solo. So yeah, MFT's won with Solo. Then we get another backstage segment where Carmelo walking down, and he sees the Miz, and he says, "Hey, you want a United States title match?" And Miz goes, "No, I just got RKO'd today. My neck hurts. Let's do it another time." He's like, "All right, so you're saying next week." But they're not doing it next week because Miz and Randy Orton are having their number 1 contenders match for the world title. Again, I like that. It's not just going to be a regular match. There's stakes in it with Randy Orton and Miz for the world title. Okay, cool. And Miz just tells Carmelo, "Hey, I'll take that title from you so I could be a 3-time Grand Slam champion." So I guess he's working on his way to win the WWE title, the United States title, the Intercontinental title, and the tag team titles. Just so he could do, a third. That'd be cool. That'd be crazy if he does it. Nah, I don't think he's going to do it, but yeah, that'd be crazy. He'll be the only person to do it 3 times. I think he's the only one that's done it twice to be a Grand Slam champion, I think. But, no, I think he is, to be honest with you. So, hell of a resume for the Miz. And then Ilya Dragunov comes in, and then he tells Ilya, "Hey, about that rematch, what's up?" And then he goes, "Well, respectfully, I have some other business I want to talk to all this about." And it's funny because when he tells him, okay, he goes in, he goes, "Oof." It's like, you didn't want the match. I guess you're trying to play tough, but you're trying to. I mean, in a way, he probably wants the match, but then in a way, he's like, okay, oof, that man hits hard. Ilya's a crazy bastard. So, whew, all right. Then we get the Alba Fire and Grace match, and this is just a way to show Grace. It was just to show what she can do. I think she hit her with the torture rack into the power bomb. Boom, 1, 2, 3. She wins, and she goes up to the ramp. Jade Cargill comes out, and then she just like walks around her like a shark. When a shark swims around someone, they spins, walks around, and then she goes, "You think you did something?" He's like, "Damn, that's just." It's like, all right, they're kind of just saying Alba was nothing. I mean, in a way, they're booking her like nothing. They just do better, please, guys, please do something with Alba Fire. When she was Kaylee Ray, she was, oh my gosh, she was something else. Please do something with Alba Fire. And so she tells you, "You think you did something?" Blah, blah, blah. And then she goes, "I'm that bitch." And then walks away. Mic drop. And then, so I'm very surprised that they're going to probably do something with these two early like this. That's a way of bringing Jordan up that fast. Meaning that fast to go into the title picture. So you would have thought that she would have went for the United States title at first. But hey, I guess we're going to put her into the world title scene. Which is, she deserves it. Grace has done a lot, so she definitely deserves to be in that. We get an Obafemi package, and it's interesting because he's gonna go to Raw. It's already been said that he's going to Raw. So the video package, I guess, is just showing everybody Oba's coming, and the whole thing when he put his title down, I'm not so upset about it. It's just letting people know no one could beat me here, and then he leaves. It's kind of like this presence, like Oba's coming. It's like not saying he's a villain, but it's like one of the big villains from anything like Darkseid, Thanos, or anything like that, showing like he's coming. You know what I'm saying? So watch out, roster. He's coming, especially the Raw roster. Obafemi is going to kill people, and I can't wait. So then we get Sami, the Sami Zayn interview segment, and he's being asked like who do he wants to win. He says Drew because he's never beat him. He's never beat him before, and then he hesitates when he says, in my heart, who I want to win. Like he couldn't say it, and he goes, Cody. Like he took a while, and I was like, nah, you want Drew to win, Sammy. Don't lie, you want him to win. And then we get the Melo match, well, the Open Challenge, United States title match, and then Shinsuke answers, and I'm like, all right. And that match was, it was good. Melo and Shinsuke Nakamura match was really good. I was really shocked because these days, Shinsuke doesn't really wrestle that much, and he doesn't really, he's not the same anymore. But that match with Melo, that was a good match. That was a good matchup, and the back and forth, man, ridiculous. And really, really good match. And before I continue, I forgot Nathan Frazier was gonna answer that challenge match, open challenge match, but Axiom came in dressed up, and he goes, "What are you doing? I thought you and me were gonna race to run to that ring to see who's gonna get the challenge." It was Johnny Gargano being a bastard with the mask, and he hits him, and Axiom comes running down, and it's not gonna be them. So they're continuing this thing. But Tommaso Ciampa's not there, apparently. I don't know what's going on with Tommaso Ciampa, so how is Johnny going to do this by himself with these two? Interesting. I don't know. I hope Ciampa comes back, man. But let's see what happens. But yeah, continuing with the match, that's Shinsuke and Carmelo May's match was amazing. Carmelo wins with the nothing but net, and they shake hands. Nakamura, puts his hands up. Showing the crowd, hey, this is the champion right here. Melo's something else, man. Everybody likes Melo now. He definitely he should have been doing this a long time ago. I'm happy that they're doing something with him. And I feared it. I feared it that they were gonna just do nothing with him with the title. And they're continuing the open challenges. But please, let's make a story now with that title. The open challenges are cool and all, but let's do a story. Have a valid rival with that title. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. Let's change it up a bit. But now let's get to the main event. This main event. Oh man. Okay. So they play the big video package between the two. Letting us know about the rival. Right? Okay. We get to the match. It's a normal match, the first one. Drew wins within like 6 minutes, I think. And the turnbuckle comes off. The ref, trying to put it together. Drew low blows Cody and hits him with the Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Done. Okay. That was fast. Then we get to the Falls Count Anywhere match, and that took longer. They fought around the arena. They go to the back, then they come back. Cody goes on top of the stance where the crowd were. He goes up into the top, and he just jumps off and just lands on the table. And that didn't take Drew out. No, I don't think it did. Right? No, I don't think it did. What took him out was when they got back closer to the ring. He puts him on top of the table. He does a crossroads, and the table just breaks immediately. 1, 2, 3. Makes sense. Now we're getting into the steel cage match. Okay. They're going back and forth. Okay. There's a moment. Wow. There's a moment where Drew is escaping. Right? And they open the gate. And there's a man, a hooded figure. They love doing these hooded figures, man. He hits him. It reveals to be Jacob Fatu. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Jacob Fatu's back. He's hitting him because basically the story is that Drew took him out, but Drew says he didn't take him out. But I don't know. Let's see what they'll go with this. He's beating him up. Cody grabs Fatu. Why would you grab him? And Fatu hits him Like, why would you grab Fatu? The way he grabbed him, like, hey, and Fatu immediately started hitting him. I would do it too. I'm beating this guy's ass, you know, because he took me out. You know, it's not confirmed, but I'm beating his ass. And you're gonna stop me from beating his ass? I know you're having a title match, but technically I'm kind of helping you here. I'm focused on him, and you're grabbing me. I'm seeing red. I'm gonna hit you too. Why Cody didn't just escape? I don't know. Why didn't he just jump in? I don't know. Maybe I would have stood there and just said, wow. But he's a babyface, right? He's that kind of babyface where he's like, oh, I want to do this on my own, or why are you interrupting? And it's like, you guys put Cody to look like an idiot here. He was too busy fighting with Jacob that Drew escaped with the title. And oh my God, he won. I'm not upset that Drew won. It's just the way he won. It was just like, Cody, you're an idiot. Why would you even try to pick up a fight with Fatu? And Drew's the champion now. So Drew won. He did what he said he was gonna do. And you know what's crazy? Throughout the whole night, people were booing Cody. You still had some cheers, but people wanted Drew to win. And you know what? They pulled the trigger. They pulled the trigger. So a lot of people who wanted Drew to win got what they wanted. And maybe it was a good idea because now this switched things up. Now it's not a predictable thing now, you know, and we don't know what's going to happen now. Is Cody going to win the Royal Rumble again 3 times? Is he going to win at the Elimination Chamber? Is Drew just going to hold it and lose it to Cody again? I don't know. Now Fatu's in this picture. It's a lot going on, and you know what? I love it because we don't know what's going to happen now. You know, the rumors were saying Cody and Roman, and it's just like, okay, I don't mind that. But again, we're seeing that. But now this just leaves things up in the air now. Like, Drew's the champion. Is Drew going all the way to WrestleMania with that belt? It's interesting. Now that I like that they did this. It's interesting, and we don't know what's gonna happen. And next week on Smackdown, we have Randy Orton and Miz #1 contenders match. We have Sammy and Ilya Dragunov. That's gonna be interesting. We have Damian Priest and Solo, and we have Matt Cardona and Trick Williams. Those are the 4 #1 contenders match, and those 4 matches is gonna be a fatal 4-way. I'm predicting that Sammy might win now because of what he said. I don't know. Now that Drew's the heel champion and out of everyone there, I really think that it's going to be Sammy. Second runner-up, I'll say Damian if he beats Trick, but I'm going to say Sami Zayn is going to go and face Drew now at the Royal Rumble. It's Saudi Arabia. Makes sense. Think about that for a second. What if Sammy wins and Drew doesn't get this this proper, I don't know, I'm just saying here. I think Drew just might still beat him, but what if? I'm just saying, what if Sammy wins? What if he's not in the Royal Rumble and he goes to, just to get him out the Royal Rumble, they put him in the world title picture? I don't know. That's just what I'm predicting. I'm predicting Sami Zayn and Drew. So, interesting, right? So yeah, Drew's the champion. Cody, you're not the champion. So we got Cody in the mix, Jacob in the mix, and then we had this #1 contenders match going on. So now I think they might do this Cody and Jacob Fatu match. They're gonna do that. They're gonna have to do it because look what happened. But yeah, that's SmackDown recap. Again, I'm gonna put the video down for you guys to see what you should be doing for SmackDown if you want to take a look at that. Yeah, so like and subscribe, guys. I'm trying to get these videos out a lot faster these days. But like I said, I crashed out last time and I pulled out the AEW video too late. Did it on a Friday. And I was like, ugh, I wanted to get it out on a Thursday morning, but I got it out on a Friday morning. I crashed out and I was just too tired. Again, I'm doing everything on my own. The editing, the filming, you know, and getting everything together. The notes, everything's all me. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys. Let's make this channel grow. I want this brand to grow, J.Bullett Wrestling. You can catch me on TikTok as well. I did talk about Cody Rhodes in that as well in there. If you want to check that video out, it's the same logo, same thing spelled. J.Bullett on TikTok. J.Bullett Wrestling. Sorry. Well, J.Bullett, and you'll see the wrestling logo like how I have it on here on YouTube. But yeah, catch me there. Like, subscribe again. Share the videos. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time.